Hello, my beautiful friends out there in the world. I am going to do some ironing. A friend of mine is still asked me to do some ironing for him, and this is my beautiful machine. It is a Pro Express Care, and it's made by Tafel. I have actually used this one for a very long time. I used to work at the laundromat and I have been helping to iron, so that was a little while ago, but I secured a nice ironing board and this lovely ironing as machine as well. Now before you do your ironing, you need to make sure that you got your steam water filled up. So basically you just remove this, if I can do it, there we go, there, and then fill it up with water, which I've already done. Oops, I'm spilling the water everywhere and that is not good. And also the other thing that you need to do is clean up the talc area. Okay, on the other side of this beautiful machine is the section where you clean the talc section. So you just take this one out, take it out and clean it up. So at this stage I've already done it a bit earlier. I was going to show you how I did it, but I'll just show you how easy it is to do. So basically it's the machine is cleaning with the talc, excess talc, and it just leaves it over here, and then you pour it down, just clean it up and then pop it back in. So there's nothing in there at the moment. It's a little bit rusty because I haven't used it for ages, but it is fine, so there's no problem at all. So let's just put that one back nice and secure. There you go. But before you do anything on this machine, make sure all your wiring, before you touch anything, is switched off. It's not on at all, so you don't actually accidentally electrocute yourself, because obviously it's electricity. So this is my penetration steam container, which is a very high pressure boiler, so the steam will help crease or stop creasing your shirts that you are ironing. You can obviously set it up in the right Tafel Pro Express Care setting. So if you're ironing a delicate like a satin or anything that's very delicate, the temperature is quite low, and this would be perfect, like a wool or something, and you just want to press it a little bit. This one for normal ironing, all the nice dresses cotton, but satin goes in here, or silk. This maximum here, I usually use it for really super hard to iron, which is this particular friend of mine. His shirt's actually made of 100% cotton, and 100% cotton is very hard to iron. So I use my setting on this. So I'll just turn this on like so, and then you'll see the light flashing on my machine, my sewing machine, not sewing machine, I'm getting a bit muddled up here, my ironing machine. So this is my lovely Pro Express Care ironing machine, and at the moment I am setting it on a maxi. There we go, and see how it's illuminating the actual word max. So it's set on that one. Now when the anti-care talc is needing cleaning, so it's full of that, it will flash in here. And this one also, when the water is low or empty, this one will flash. So you need to refill your water tank and then press this one again to reset. So this is my lovely ironing machine, and here is my ironing board, which I spilt the water a little bit earlier. And this is one of his shirts that he is wanting me to iron. So as you can see, it's quite wrinkled. Well, this is actually one of the easy one. So it's his business shirt. So let's just go ahead and help you, you know, share with you how I do my ironing. Now I spilled a little bit of water there, so it's a bit wet. So I'll just wait for my machine to warm up, and then I will show you how I do his shirt. And this is a business shirt. So you guys watching this, if you like it. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I do have a lot of upload, and I'll be uploading a lot more ideas and things that I actually love and doing. So I hope you enjoy them, and I just want to share the love out there with everybody. So yeah, so let's begin. Once the machine is warm, when this actual light stop flashing on the very top, that means it's ready for me to use. So I'll just grab it and then press. See that the steamer there? So I'll just make sure that it's actually working. There we go. Now I just wanted to dry this section where I actually do have spilt some water earlier. So I just want to be sure that's nice and dry. Now the other thing I've got to mention, this ironing board is actually a really very good board. It has a 230 volt. It has a 1200 maxed watts, and I actually acquired this one from a laundromat that I used to work. And before you start your ironing as well, this actual board is a steam, the steam, you suck the steam out, that would help make your shirt flatten when you do the ironing. So it actually not just like a normal ironing board. I actually got 2 of them outside. Well, I think I've already thrown them out, unfortunately, because I never used them. So this this ironing board, the excess of steam or the water that you secrete into your shirt, it actually suck it in. So basically you turn this on before you start ironing. So when you do the ironing, there's a foot control panel that you can press with your foot, and it will suck the excess liquid. So this is what I was talking about, the foot panel. I put my foot in this one, and it will see if you can hear the noise. That is the motion, the action of the actual ironing board sucking the excess air, sucking the excess water from the shirts. So it helps it press. It actually suck the shirt flatten as well. So let's begin our ironing. Okay guys, let's continue with our ironing. So I'm just gonna place my foot on the actual paddle so I can show you how I do this ironing. And like I said, this machine is ready as the red stopped flashing. So I just need to make sure that it's clean, the machine it's not dirty. So do that. So as I iron, now I began my ironing with the collar. So I like to do the collar first. So basically I'll just place that one nice and slowly. Now I did drop some water in that section, so I'm going to just dry that bit. Now you just go place your ironing on the top and then slowly slide it through, and then a little bit of steam on the one that's obviously wasn't wet, but the one that I've actually wet, I'm just placing my iron on the top. There we go, it's nice and flat. Now if you really want to make sure that it's nicely flat, you take on the other side and you do the same thing. So place there. Now obviously the setting is very important. This is cotton, so it can handle a very strong maximum heat, but you don't also want to keep it there for too long. So you need to move your ironing as you do it so you don't burn it. Okay, so that's one. Oops, there we go. So that's my thing. And then the next thing that I actually do is iron the sleeves, this rest band or this section. So I do the other side, this bit here, I do that, a little bit of water for the steam, and then try to follow the natural flow of the shirt, so it's easier when you actually do the other side. So if you see a little bit of crease, you get back to it and make sure it's nice and straight. And then I do the other side to make sure that's nice and ironed. And like I said, follow the natural flow, which is the crease. When there's a crease of the shirt, you try to follow that. So that's what I do. So that's one done. And then the next thing that I do is I like to, because this shirt's very creased, I like to, you know, try to get back to the straight line so it's easy to actually do. So make sure you follow the edge like so and stretch it as far as you can so that it's nice and straight. Alright, so that's over here. Now it takes a little while. Ironing is one of the things that takes ages to do, and not everybody enjoy ironing. I don't mind ironing, so especially when I've got nothing else to do, but I am quite busy. I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of DIY stuff. I do my plants, but I also enjoy ironing, and I also enjoy helping other people. So this is my way of helping, especially the elderly people who cannot do their own ironing. So I'm happy to do that. Now this one is, see, nice and flat, and I use the crease. Now I've got to fix that one on the other side, so try to do the natural flow so you're not making extra creases on your on the shirt. So, and then of course align the button with one of the hole, or the hole in the button, and then do the same thing on the other side. So try to spread it as flat as you can so you're not making extra crease, so it makes it difficult and it looks ugly other than making it nice. So that's my way of ironing. So I do the sleeves first, there, and then I follow all the way to the very top. Now I know it's going to be a little bit difficult while I'm taking a video and ironing at the same time, so I hope it's not moving too dramatically for you guys. I try not to move so much. There we go. And then try to flatten this section. There we go, so we can actually have a nice crease on the top of the shirts. We're not doing a double crease because you wouldn't want that, and they wouldn't want that, especially when it's business shirt. They wear it to work. You want it to look absolutely professional, and I'll do my very best to give it extra care. And you really got to be careful, especially when you're doing things for other people, because you don't want to make a hole on their shirt. But with the steamer and the setting, as well as the footrest and everything else, and using the right tools, of course, it helps do the job the good way. So look, as you can see, it's nice and flat now. This is the back side of the shirt. There's a little bit of crease here. I'll just fix that up, and then we turn it over into the other side. Now here, guys, is a buckle, which is the shirt, so you really got to be careful when you do the other side. So what I usually do, I just float my ironing board there. I don't actually like rest it, so it doesn't create this hole, this big buckle from the button from the other side. So I just float it and then press the steamer so it fixes the crease off. So that's what I do, and then of course I continue. So we just surf it on the top, press the steamer, and then it will get rid of the crease in that section. So because if you put the weight of the ironing in here, this will be a mark in there and will damage the shirts. Now some people have actually done that. He used to have somebody ironing his shirt, and look, this is what happened. So there's a hole in there, and that's from the button. So I try not to do that, obviously. I don't want to wreck somebody else's shirt. Okay, so, and then of course we do the rest, and that's why he likes to come back and give me his shirt to iron, because he actually loves the fact that I get it done so nicely. See, that's nice and beautiful and no more crease, and I haven't damaged anything. So now we turn over to the other side, and the reason being I do the sleeve first is because when I do the body, sometimes if you do the sleeve last, you will crease the the body as you fix as you do the sleeves, because as you can see, we're folding the body of the shirts. So as we do this, if we don't do the sleeve first, this one, and we do this one first, this will be creased back because as we do this. So when we do this one first, this one is nicely done like the other one, then we do the body, this will hang out, and then in that way it's not creased. So that's how I do it. I don't know how you guys do your ironing, but this is how I do it. And so far it works well for me. And then we do the other side of the shirt. Again, follow the flow of the crease in the original crease of the shirt, and try to iron it. So when you do turn it into the right way, it's already done. It's already done the lines for you. Okay, so there's the. Sorry about the shaking, guys. I'll try not to shake as much as I can. And this one is done on one side, then I do this side. Okay, so that's the rest band is done. Now we do the back. Now, like I said, I like to do the back first, so we do this side, and then again, make sure you I usually like to run my hand through the sleeves, and then try to straighten up the shirt like so. So you hold it there and then hold the other end, and then I may put a little bit of ironing through so it's sort of set where it is. And the most important is to have it aligned, because you don't want to have a double line in here at the edge of the business shirt. So okay, so let's do this one. And then again, I place the buttonhole on top of one of the button. I usually do the very last one, or the closest to me anyway. And then try to you know, place your shirts as flat as possible, so you don't have, like I said, extra creases in the shirts. So this is how I do my ironing, guys. Just sharing with you some of my ideas. I hope you learn from these. In that way you can help the loved ones that may need their shirts ironed, especially when they go to work. I used to do this with my husband as well a long time ago, but today I'm just helping a friend. There's actually quite a few elderly couple or people that love my way I do it, so they still ask me to help them out, and I don't mind, because they're old people, and I guess, you know, we have to share the love sometimes, or if it's like me all the time, but that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Well, what I give to people will come back to me tenfold. My mom always say that, or even my grandmother. So I don't mind doing it at all. So here's one side is done. Again, I float the iron on top of the button on the other side. There we go. So I do not crease it or make a mark on the top. And you're probably not gonna see that, but I'm actually just floating it and then put a steamer on it. See? Okay, I'm almost done on the second sleeves, and then in that way we can do the top. So just make sure that I've only got one line. So as you can see, guys, there's only one line on my shirt that I've ironed. There's no two lines. I hate seeing these shirts when people iron, or if it's, you know, when you're roughing it or you're too quick doing it and you actually ended up having two lines in here and it looks tacky. So anyway, I'm not professional, I'm just me, but I'll just show you how I do the ironing. So I've done the collar, both sides. I've done both of the sleeves. There we go. Now let's go with the body. Now, because like I said, the sleeves will dangle in across the ironing board, it will not get creased again. So let's do that. Okay, now what you do is you place the closest opening to you, so this side, into the corner of the ironing board, which is right here. And I usually just place that bit there, and then iron that one flat. Okay, so but be careful, because some of the shirt has a like a pattern in here, so you need to make sure that that's actually you know, go with the flow. So I'm just gonna go and find my foot rest, my control, so I can put my steamer on, or the sucker for the steam, and let's begin. Okay, back to my ironing. So make sure you don't put a crease there and put your ironing. So I usually iron the top here first, the shoulder. See how that's nice and flat? Okay, and then I go through. Now the other thing that I like to do is the button section. Now the button section, it needs to be nice and flat. So it's when the person is wearing the shirt, it's absolutely straight and it's crease free. And then of course the same with the pocket. See that? Nice and straight. And then we just drag it down the bottom, and we do the rest of the shirt by doing so. Sometimes you have to some shirt you might have to flip it over and do this one here, because it's quite thick, but this one is quite simple and plain, so you only need to do one side. Now this side is very crinkled, which will help when with this ironing board, it actually helps to truly flatten it up. And I know when I used to do the ironing with the normal ironing board, it was very difficult to get it all completely flattened. So this does help with a good machine when you're doing a job, but if you don't have that, that's okay. I'm sure whatever you do, it'll still work. It's a matter of spending the time to actually do it, rather than just do it and then the job is not, you know, not good enough. So anyway, that front bit is done, so we just slide the shirt like so, and then follow the edging of your sleeves, and then slowly work your way into the shirt's base. There we go. And then again, slide your shirt up. Now I've already done the top of the shirt, so like I said, see how there's a little a fold in there, so make sure you actually follow that little fold. You don't want to double crease that. So I don't know if you can see that. So right there, see, that's the right fold. So we're just going to put the ironing on the top, place it for a little bit to secure and remain the shirt's you know, natural flow of the creasing. Now this is so you just slide at the back again, slowly finishing the back. I usually like to do the top bit, making sure that the shirt is not, you know, haven't missing any spot. So I just slide it, continue sliding it when I'm done to the top, and then again on this other corner it has the same creasing pattern. And if you can, try to match the lining of the shirt so it looks perfect. I know it's probably a bit too much, but hey, why not? So again, do that. See how the line, the stripe line is secure. It just looks nice, that's all, when it's done like that. So let's go back to the base of the other side, because I actually finished the top. So now we're gonna do the rest of the bottom of the shirt. And again, I try to help the ironing board or the ironing machine as much as I can by spreading the shirt on the ironing board, so it actually easier for us to make it flat. Now this is basically not only just ironing, but it also counts as pressing, because not only that, it's not just ironing, but it makes it flatten. And I used to do a business shirt, business suit, formal dresses, wedding dresses. I do everything on this ironing board, so I can do quite a lot of professional ironing, but I don't do it anymore. I just do it for a bit of fun and helping others. And I know that if when I do a job, I'd like to do a good job the first time, so I don't have to repeat myself to do it. Otherwise, it takes longer to do it. So this is my way of doing things. Okay, so the back is done. Now we're gonna do the front, the one of the side. So there you go, guys. We're almost done on this shirt. Again, follow the flow and get rid of the creasing of the shirt. So we're gonna go on the top again and go back to the top of the shirt, and then we're gonna press that one so it sets on the shoulder of the person's wearing it nicely. Okay, so as you can see, it's nicely pressed. And this one is a little bit of a challenge, not so much, but because of where the button is, so you're going to make sure that you don't iron over the button. Okay, so you guys don't do that, because you will melt the button. So this button, you will melt it into your ironing machine, and not only that, you wreck the person's shirt. So you just go along the in between the button like so. And even so, just gently make sure you go at the edge, because sometimes the edge is a little bit difficult. And then you do the same. So in between the button, never put your ironing on top of the button. So that's one side. Now this the rest in here. So there we go. And at the bottom of the shirt, making sure it's nice and straight. Okay, so guys, this is the way I do the business shirt. Just sharing my ideas, just sharing how I do my ironing. It's not difficult, it's quite easy, so you guys can do it. Now, another thing that I like to do with the button is I turn this one around like so, and go just go like this, and just surf your ironing on the top and do the top bit, or even you can do this in between the button cracks, so it's really flatten the shirt opening. Now that's, you know, just an extra little bit of details, I suppose. Now we are done. So the business shirt is done. There we go, nice and pressed, nicely ironed. So I'll just show you. I'm going to put it on the coat hanger and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, I've just placed the shirt in one of his coat hanger that he actually provided me with. So we're just going to fold the collar like so, and then place the first button. Usually most of the shirts still have the first button, and if you don't see that, you'll just put the first button that you see on the top to secure the shape of the shirt. So this is one done, 7 shirt to go. There we go. So there we go. I mean, this has taken me a lot longer than I would normally do. It's because I am recording it. So otherwise it would have taken me, well, not very much, but very long, maybe 5 minutes to do a shirt. So anyway, as you can see, it is lovely and nice and perfect. The shirt is crease free with one line at the edge. So as you can see, lovely. The rest is nicely formed, and also it's perfect to wear to work. So there you go, he will be happy with that. And also in here, I don't actually run the ironing across there. Some people likes it nice and flat. I just leave it like that, because it just gives that a little bit of oomph. It lets just a little bit of you know, their own flow rather than pressing it down. So that's what I like, and he seems to like my work, so I don't mind that at all. So there we go, that's one done, 7 to go. Thanks guys for watching. I will do the rest. I'm not going to video the rest of me doing it because it takes a lot longer. I just want to show you how I do this simple plain shirt. for this gentleman. Okay, thanks for watching. Ciao, bye. Guys, before we actually do go, when we finish your ironing, you make sure that you place your machine back into the holder so you don't accidentally drop it and someone will touch it and burn themselves. So you just make sure that you switch off from the power like so, and then of course your footrest for your air, the area where the air sucking the excess water. So switch that off and just make sure that everything's turned off before you leave, so in that way your machine is not constantly on. Although my machine do go to sleep once it's not being used, so it is quite good, but other machine will just continue on the whole time, so don't forget your machine to switch it off. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this upload, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my uploads. Thanks heaps for your support, greatly appreciated. Bye.